guys, thanks so much for watching. My name is Nia and this is Swatch Sunday. Swatch Sunday is all about live swatches of products that were purchased during budget beauty hauls. If you'd like to see just the pictures themselves, head over to my Instagram page where they're posted with no additional commentary. If you'd like to know a little bit more about how these products were reviewed on the internet, prices, things like that, feel free to head over to my blog. Otherwise, keep watching for live swatches plus first impression commentary.
So this first palette was purchased at Dollar Tree. As you can see, the color payoff's actually pretty good. It does kick up a little bit of powder there, that's why I zoomed in. So you see that right at the top there. It blends out just fine, and I'm sure primer would probably take care of that problem, or, you know, applying it maybe a little wet. But just a heads up, if you're applying this, you probably want to start with this step first before you do the rest of your makeup, since you'll probably have fallout. You can see I'm picking up 2 colors at a time, and that's because I had a lot of trouble getting my fingers to fit into the little pan that they have there. These are not separated out, they're all, instead of being in individual pans, just in one long tray. I'm sorry I swatched that one multiple times because it's right on my knuckle. That last one is actually a rosy duochrome, so that's kind of cool. Okay, the second one, you can see that the applicator is different. It's got kind of like a lucite handle, and then the top is a pointed sponge. This is a palette that I got just recently during my last haul. That was on Thrifty Thursday. If you haven't already seen that video, I will link it below. So that second set of colors is my favorite. And the third, you can see the opacity is totally different. It's a lot more sheer. So I'm not sure quite why that is, but that's the fuchsia and gold that I just swatched. And again, you can see those little chunks of powder when you zoom in there. Again, I'm just going over this multiple times because it's right on my knuckle, so I'm having a hard time getting a clean swatch. I took these photos during this exact swatch session, so they're actually the exact same photos that I'm recording. I'm not using any primer, I'm not using any kind of like sponges, my skin is not damp, so this gives you an idea of how these apply just without any assistance. And again, I think they're pretty solid. I would recommend getting these for $1 or, you know, $2 at full price, which is, you know, $10 or more. I would not recommend it. This set is great for spring and summer. Nice pastels, just bright, vibrant colors. In this palette, these 2 that I'm swatching right now are my favorites. They're super pigmented, and the combination of the 2 is just beautiful. So although these are kind of brighter shades, they're all swatching pretty opaque, and I can just tell by applying it the way that I am that they blend out really nicely. If you're curious about what's on my fingers, I'll link my Mani Monday Instagram post below. I love this one, nice and smoky shades. This is something that I think I'd probably reach for pretty often. Just really friendly shades, easy to wear for work. You can make it as dramatic as you'd like. Now I love those 2 shades together. And these two are my favorites. Okay, I do want to point out as I'm swatching this, I lost count there. As I'm swatching this one, you'll see that I kind of nicked it. You're not going to mostly be using your fingers, I'm sure, as you're applying these, but if you are sticking your fingers in there and you have nails, just be careful. I did that quite a few times during this swatch session, partially because of the angle. And that one looks like white, but it's actually a really light foil of silver. Okay, so this one is the Casual palette. It's in blue denim and it has a gold zipper accent. Gorgeous packaging. I found this one during my Thursday haul, and it's easily my favorite that I swatched. The shades are just gorgeous. They complement each other really nicely, and I don't have any favorite combinations here because they're all just so stunning. So I'd say if you're only going to get one of these palettes, I would definitely recommend this one. You could choose to go for a neutral look with these kind of bronzy gold shades that just, you know, they would actually be probably great for bronzing as well. Or you could make a nice smoky blue look, or you could combine them. That first deep navy is just gorgeous. And again, it's still kicking up a little powder, but this one does seem a little creamier than the rest. And then this shade, oh, it's beautiful. It's a duochrome, and it's a light violet. And this is kind of a grayscale palette. There are purples, grays, blacks, greens, but they're all kind of in this muted palette, which would make this really great to just kind of subtly do a smoky look that didn't have to be super dark. And again, you see a little bit of powder, but not too much. Yeah, that one was a purple. So then these next ones are like a heather green and a light sage green. And again, I nicked it just a little bit. So basically, you might see a little bit of fiber coming up. If you do see that fiber, that's coming from the wipes that I'm using to wipe off the back of my hand and my fingers in between swatches. So sorry about that. I don't know if you guys even saw that, but if you did, that's what that was. So again, these are all in the grayscale. They're versions of like greens, purples, grays, but they are so muted that they kind of all look smoky. And that was a Dollar Tree purchase, actually. Alright, here's the whole set.
Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.
Please like, comment, and subscribe for more. And check me out on Instagram. I'm sharing tons of great finds on my Glossary tags.